What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, pressure is being applied as two Hall of Famers, boxing Hall of Famers, heavyweight world champions, Vitali and Wladimir Klitschko. They are retired, obviously, they're Hall of Famers, and they represent the Ukraine. We all know what's taking place between the Ukraine and Russia. Well, today you had four division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer who currently is the undisputed super middleweight and widely considered to be the face of the sport of boxing, top three best pound for pound, if not number one best fighter in the world, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. 57 wins, one loss, two draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Well, he's scheduled to take on undefeated WBA, World Boxing Association's light heavyweight world champion, Russian superstar boxer, Dmitry Bivol, who is 19 wins, no loss, and no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 72-inch arm reach. They're scheduled to face off against one another May 7th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, okay, in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the T-Mobile Arena. And today, to announce the fight in San Diego, California, they had the press conference, official press conference, official introduction to the fight and promotion of the fight. Well, that wasn't met very well. As we know that Russian sports, Russian athletes are not being allowed to participate in sports globally. Globally, they're starting to suspend Russian athletes. We already have three of the four major sanction belts, the WBC, the WBO, the IBF. They already stated that they will not sanction any Russian fighters in the sport of boxing to compete for a world title. Okay, we see in soccer it's not being allowed. In the Olympics, Russian athletes are not being able to participate. So this is a global trickle-down effect. Okay, and there's actually Russian owners of major teams and soccer teams that are starting to sell the teams and parting ways because of the kickback that they're receiving. Okay, and so now we have Vladimir Vitali Klitschko and the other Ukrainian superstar bosses. They are pleading, and after today's press conference, Vitali and Vladimir Klitschko, they're putting even more pressure on the Zone, okay, new streaming app, the Zone streaming app, to cancel this fight. Okay, so they are not happy that this fight. They had the press conference, and we know the World Boxing Organization, World Boxing Association, the WBA. They're stating that Dmitry Bivol, is not a Russian athlete, but he's born in Russia. Okay, he represents the Russian flag and the country of Russia. Okay. So now you're getting Ukrainian all across the country, and now it's being noted that the Zone market, its biggest market, is the European market. Okay, and the subscribers in that region are not tolerating. This is the quote: not tolerating any business making money off of any remotely related to Russia. Okay, so now you have their biggest market in Europe that are letting the Zone know that they will boycott this fight. Okay, now the Zone is putting it on pay-per-view and they're not happy. Okay, so here's a few things and information that's taking place regarding Russia globally after these situation between Russia and Ukraine. Quote, Russia has been kicked out of the biggest sporting event, the World Cup, to be held later this year. Russia, the UEFA, has kicked out all Russian clubs for European competitions. Okay, Roman Abramovich, owner premier of the Premier League Chelsea, announced today that he will be selling due to his involvement being detrimental to the soccer club. Okay, so he's parting ways. Okay, in addition to that, different teams from different sports refuse to compete in Russia or against Russia teams or athletes. The Klitschko brothers are demanding that no Russian athletes are able to compete or allowed to compete in any sport, including their respective sport of boxing. Okay, they're not happy that the Zone and Eddie Hearn making the fight official when they have this global boycott call is not a smart move on the part of the Zone and Eddie Hearn. Okay. So now it's being reported, it said that the zone, who was in already in the red and was up against it, billions of dollars, and you had a billionaire just getting them out of debt, you know. So it's being said, quote, it says this, right? Uh, they have just shot themselves in the foot. It says that, and will retract this fight very soon. And what will happen is an apology will come soon, a cancellation of this fight. Canelo will end up facing Gennady Triple G Golovkin, okay, out of Kazakhstan. You know, two-time middleweight world champion, rival of Canelo Alvarez in a trilogy match. Okay, and he's going to pull out the fight with Murata, secure his payday against Canelo Alvarez. Okay, uh, and it says, for those wondering if Canelo Alvarez will end up going to the PBC route, the answer is no. He is not ready for the Benavidez or Charlo fight. So he's going to go the route of fighting Triple G. Okay, so it says Canelo will probably go for Bivol or Beterbiev vacant belts later in the year. Okay, because we know Artur Beterbiev is said to not be able to participate in in championship fights because Artur Beterbiev is of Russian descent, although he represents, Canada. So what was happening here is the WBA, who initially stated that they were going to wait till May to see if these chain of events were still taking place over in the Ukraine, and then they were going to pull, their brand off of the fight. Okay, and the thing is Dmitry Bivol, he represents two places. Okay, he represents Kazakhstan, Talma, Kazakhstan. Okay, and but it's a part of Russia. Okay, so he's of Asian and Russian descent. So Dmitry Bivol was born in Kazakhstan, Russia, a professional boxer. Okay, so that's what he's known for. Okay, he's an amateur who won gold medal at the 23 combat games. So he won gold medal for Russia. Okay, on top of that, so they're saying that there's going to be a huge boycott of this fight if this is allowed to push forward, and that the Ukrainian fan base and the European fan base already have had an issue. They have a huge issue with the fact that they even held a press conference for this fight. I was very surprised to see that the WBA president Gilberto Mendoza and the WBA immediately following the press conference announced that this is a title fight, and they did trivia who's going to win the fight. They completely dismissed the chain of events going on and the fact that the World Boxing Council, the World Boxing Organization, the International Boxing Federation, the other three major sanction belts have decided to pull back. Okay, and again, they even stated that they were considering pulling back, but it seems like they changed their stance. And so now you're getting Wladimir and Vitali Klitschko, who are massive faces and representations of the sport of boxing. Okay, both are Hall of Famers, both are former world champions, both have carved out their niche within the sport, and they obviously are on the front line when it comes to Ukraine. So they're not happy with this, and they're calling for the zone to pull a carpet from this fight, and you best believe it's going to come, as it was stated in the article that you're going to hear them apologize, and they're going to cancel the fight, and then Canelo Alvarez will end up fighting Triple G, which I think is better for Canelo Alvarez anyway. Why? Because Canelo Alvarez going to 175, challenging Dmitry Bivol, and then going down to 168 to fight Triple G, then going back up to 175. Canelo Alvarez has already expressed that he wants to fight as for undisputed at light heavyweight. So Canelo Alvarez going back down to 168 and then going back up to attempt to be undisputed at light heavyweight doesn't make sense. It makes sense for him to fight Triple G May 7th in a trilogy match at 168 because he currently is already campaigning there. Then go up to 175 and stay at 175. Okay, go to 175 at that point in time. You can fight Dmitry Bivol should everything clear up in September. And then you can fight Artur Beterbiev, Joe Smith with Junior Winner, because that's going to be postponed. Okay, huge opportunity missed for Artur Beterbiev and Joe Smith Jr. So they'll probably fight around that time as well. So then at the end of the year, then you can fight the winner of that fight for undisputed, and you still get your accomplishments and your legacy. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.